joining us in Nairobi and the great African continent to welcome you to this year's event. On your commentary team for this day will be Hilary Teller and my able colleague William Juguna. William, thank you.
A very good welcome to you. Welcome to the Kenyatta Stadium in Machakos, where it's the Confederation of African Rugby Tournament, the seventh tournament for the ladies. Last year, Kenya was the ladies were taking center stage. Very exciting tournament with very competitive games throughout the day. We have started the match. It's Senegal versus Madagascar. Senegal in the green and Madagascar in the white. And Senegal already making inroads into the Madagascan half, trying to push the ball out wide. It's a long pass there, and the Malagasy defense quite impressive so far, finding out, being competitive at the breakdown. Very competitive game we're having here so far, and the ball has been stolen. The Madagascans have the ball. And the Madagascans are away, and they will score the opening try of the Confederation of African Rugby Tournament. Madagascar getting the first point on the board of the Confederation of African Rugby Tournament here at the Machakos Stadium, 60 kilometers away from Nairobi. Madagascar 5, Senegal 0. Over there, which the Madagascans won the ball and stole the ball, and they passed out the ball on the wide. Very expansive play from them, and they lead here at the Machakos Stadium by 5 points to 0. It's the opening game of the Confederation of African Rugby Tournament here at the Machakos Stadium. Remember, this tournament was supposed to be held by Morocco, but Morocco just could not host the tournament, and Kenya were given the chance to host the tournament. And one way of actually spreading the game of rugby from Nairobi to Machakos, and that ball has not crossed the 10-meter line, so it will be a penalty for Senegal. Bad mistake there by the Madagascans. They're taking the lead there, but let's see if the Senegalese can punish them. The Senegalese, of course, are very big, very strong, just like their male counterparts. We've always known the West Africans to be a very big physical side. And they're trying now to make inroads, and that's gaining yardage here. But once again, the ball has been stolen by the Madagascans. Remember, Madagascar have got a very formidable team in the men's side. And their country will be hosting the World Cup qualifiers later in the year. But today, it's the women's side who are leading Senegal by 5 points. But Senegal on the attack right now, looking to find their way. But, oh, the ball just slipped. And there was a knock on there.
Other teams in this Pool A include the defending champions South Africa and Kenya. It's an 8-team tournament format with the team split into two pools. So Pool A has South Africa, Kenya, Senegal and Madagascar. Pool B has Uganda, Namibia, Tunisia and Zimbabwe. So one day to actually play for glory, to be able to be crowned the best female seven side in Africa. And Senegal look like they need to get something into this game to go around and place the intention of having some bit of silver at the end of the day today.
Yeah, I agree with you, Hilary. They had a very good attack there, but once again, a knock-on just as they're approaching the end zone, the strike zone, the red zone there of Madagascar. And it's a scrum down here, and it will be a Malagasy feed. Let's see and try if Senegal can get something from here, or Madagascar can actually lead and pinch the ball here, and they kicked it.
Crowd slowly building in. Temperatures about 22 degrees. It is slightly overcast, but the weatherman forecast that it should move to about 25, 26 degrees later on during the better part of the day. Had a bit of rain yesterday, so the pitch is not as hard, and I'm certain the ladies will actually have a very, very lovely time on the pitch playing rugby today.
Yeah, the pitch is soft, and once again Madagascar on the attack. And it's going to be looking like a second try for Madagascar. The Madagascars are quite fleet-footed. Very fleet-footed. And I think it's going to be a warning to our Kenya Lionesses team that they won't have it their own way. The second try big squad there by Madagascar. And once again, Senegal on the attack, but once again, they are not protecting the ball at the ruck. And the Malagasy girls here are profiting from any mistake here the Senegalese team is doing. And Madagascar, can they make it? Oh yes, the conversion is good, so it's 12 points to 0 here. Madagascar leading Senegal in Group A of the Confederation of African Rugby Tournament, the first game here at the Machakos Stadium in Kenya.
Much better play from Madagascar there. They have been fabled to be the Fijians of African rugby. And right through all their systems, if you look at the under-19 age grade, the way their ladies play, the way their men play, it would appear that they actually have a fancy for very exciting, free-flowing, expansive rugby.
Oh yes, they seem to be having that. And, this time around the kick goes the full 10 meters, and let's see what Senegal can do, because they need to get some points on the board. Because they're doing all the right things. Yes, they are attacking, winning the ball, but they're just not protecting the ball in contact. And once again, what I was saying there, but that was an indiscretion by the Madagascar side, and it's going to be a Senegal penalty.
I think as opposed to playing the space, they're actually running the balls all in. So it's managing to draw in the defenders because they're much bigger than the Madagascan counterparts. But once a space is actually created out in there, they seem to be running out of ideas. And if they basically utilized 3 or 4 moves in to actually draw in the defenders and spread the ball out, they might probably get themselves in lots of space to run against the fleet-footed Malagasy ladies, who don't look like they're actually making their debut in this tournament. They look like they've actually been playing this tournament over and over again.
Yes, they look very well polished, very well organized. They're executing the chances very well, and Senegal just can't seem to penetrate. The execution is what is wanting by the Senegalese. But this time around, they break through there. There was a good line break from the Senegalese, and they will get a try here. Senegal responding with a try at the center post, and that is what I was talking about. The execution, the final pass is what has been lacking, but this time they get it right, and Senegal get their point on the board. It's now 12 points to 5.
Game on, indeed. Game on. From nowhere, she just popped up and picked up the ball after a couple of minutes. The conversion still to go through. It goes through, so 12-7 to Madagascar.
12-7, yes, and we have a game. We have a game right now in our hands. I'm telling you, the Senegalese seem to have woken up and they've executed the passes very well, and they are only 5 points behind, and we're still very much in the first half.
No, I think the halftime buzzer's gone.
Oh, the halftime buzzer has gone. It's 12 points to 7 to Madagascar.
It was a very important score. So at the break, Madagascar leads Senegal 12 points to 7. Let's see how it pans out in the second half. Next game following after this will be Zimbabwe playing against Namibia.
Yeah, that's the best match.
Na io centre ataonareo io arany ireo rabe atsika le izy na ko d'envoi io raha atao sandelina dia presy jereo vao oriana teo nge raha iny mandray an'le baolina faharoa presinina le miakatsy mamatsika milatsaka lin monte dia miglisse monte jereo fa mety tsara nge le izy teo fa raha vao milatsakinareo
Il y a une chose qui manque, c'est le soutien. Là, vous commencez à avoir du soutien rapide, allez défoncer dans
any ambany sofita tely tontolona mitady baolina.
And we're just about to start the second half.
Second half, ladies and gentlemen. Women 7,
Always
14
Tank. Always tell people. Pia unaona hariki yenye anafanya. Akianza kuwa
And Senegal kick off the second half here The score stands at 12 points to 7. Madagascar in the lead, and they retrieve the ball there, trying to find a way to look for some space there. And Madagascar, well, she's been taken out. I think she's gone out. And no, the ball is still very much in play. And Senegal coming with a bit of fire in the second half after that try. And it's going to be their ball.
What will probably work against the Madagascar players is the fact that they really don't want to get into contact. They don't look interested at all.
Yeah, they don't look interested like in contact, but I think rugby one way or another use that you have to get into contact. And Senegal almost getting at it, but the ball has been pinched there.
How did that happen?
By the Madagascans, and that looked like a certain try for me from the Senegalese. But once again, they retrieve the ball. It's their ball, but a bit of a scrappy piece of play there from Senegal and Madagascar, and the score still stands at 12-7. But what looked like a certain try there for the Senegalese, but the pass just could not stick. And there was a neat line break there from Madagascar, but very good defense there from Senegal. And the score still stands at 12-7, and we have a scrum down here, and it will be a Senegal feed.
Madagascar get out of jail card right there, right on the try line, as the Senegal rampaging player was about to place a ball, and he just popped out of our hands and into a Madagascar, and then they almost actually conceded there.
They actually considered a try, yes. Why not for some valiant defending by the Senegalese? That looked like a certain try to me, but kudos to Senegal.
Interesting to see what happens in the next game, because of course it's always expected, fast game, new country, new pitch, not particularly used to it. Some of these players actually getting onto the world stage for the very first time, and well, that notwithstanding, it would be keen to see if they can settle in and give us a better display in their subsequent game.
Really?
And Senegal out of nothing, shimming on through 3 players, and it looks like it's going to be a center post try. Scored 12-all. Game on. Indeed.
Game on. What a nice line break there from Senegal there. The shimmy and the gap just opened like the Red Sea, and believe it or not, Senegal are tied after trailing for the better part of the first half. The score stands at 12 points to 12 with a conversion to come. And the conversion is good, and it's Senegal in the lead by 14 points to 12.
From a 12-point lead, Madagascar now finding themselves trailing 12 points to 14 against Senegal, who look quite resurgent. I'd like to understand that they were perhaps told a couple of wise words over the halftime break, because it looked like they were dead and buried within the first 4 minutes of the first half.
Yeah, a few minutes ago, Hillary was saying that Senegal were almost scoring before that popped pass was actually stolen by Madagascar. But so far, it's the Senegalese who look hungry and resurgent in the second half, and they lead the game by 14 points to 12.
Senegal kicking off. They currently lead 14 points to 12, and Madagascar really need to score next to be able to get something out of this game.
Yeah, they need to get something on this game. They need to get their hands on the ball, because the Senegalese have denied them possession so far in the second half. And look at the way the Senegalese are playing right now, with so much confidence, with so much flair. They're hitting right hard at the tackles, and they're playing very well at the moment. And so far, it all looks Senegal. Madagascar seem to have lost that early momentum they had in the first half, and it's all Senegal right now. Senegal playing with so much verve, so much flair, but right now they've been hemmed in their own half of the pitch.
Very impressive for Madagascar so far has been the number 7, Bodo Ravololo Hadrijadna. Whoa, mouthful indeed. Huh? Madagascar within 20 meters of the Senegalese try line. They need to actually retain this line out, because time is definitely not on their side. Less than 2 minutes on the clock remaining, and they need to make it count.
Yes, they need to make it. I mean, because whoever scores the next try for me will win this game. What can Madagascar do? They started so well, like in the first half, with a lot of running, being fleet-footed, the sidestep here and there, but they've actually looked very poor to me in the second half. It's all been Senegal, and Senegal in the lead by 14 points to 12. It's a 2-point lead with less than a minute to go here at the Confederation of African Rugby Tournament here in Machakos.
Very unfortunate piece of play there by Scanry Aurore of Senegal. should have done much better to retain the possession. So ball goes back in for a scrum put in, and Madagascar really looking like they're grinding this down. They were leading 12 points to 0 at the 4-minute mark in the first half. That Senegal looked like were totally resurgent, came back in the second half, decided to spread the ball a little bit up about the pitch as opposed to getting into the contact pieces, and looks like it's actually worked wonders for them in the second half.
Absolutely, yes. I think the halftime pep talk by the coach has really worked well for Senegal. They are playing much better right now, but they'll have to really watch Madagascar, because there's a line out with barely 20 meters from the Senegal try line. And once again, mistakes creeping up with both sides play. I think that was a line out.
They're actually creeping in before the ball goes in, so the referee needs to actually contain that. That's the fourth line out, I think, in the last 1 minute.
1 minute, yes.
See, they're creeping in again. The referee is not calling it. I think he's decided to penalize the Senegalese players because they've been creeping in the last 3 lineouts.
Yes.
So Madagascar quickly spread the ball on out. Time is definitely not on their side. Matter of seconds remaining. They need to pop the ball out, drain a couple, and they lose it.
They lose it again there. Another knock-on from Madagascar with the try line in sight, and it's going to be a Senegal feed. Madagascar on the attack, but just the handling letting them down. The handling letting them down, and we have left with 45 seconds before the end of the game. And the tension is rising. The pressure is building on Madagascar because they need to win this ball and string 1 or 2 moves here to get a try. While Senegal probably will just try and play territory and put this ball out to the Senegalese side, to the Malagasy side.
Absolute concentration required. Madagascar managed to get the ball, but that ought to be a penalty. The tackle was barely 5 meters away. And Madagascar returned the possession, but the referee looked like he was playing advantage. I think the advantage is still being played. He's waved his hand off for advantage, and Madagascar on the attack.
Brilliant.
And they broke the heart.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. That was a clean set move, a brilliant move there by Madagascar. She delayed the pass, and they sucked in the sucked in the Senegalese defense, and Madagascar score at the corner. And that try has been scored by Lalarison Mani Angel.
No, it's Sahondra Mala.
Sahandra Mala Nomen Jahari. Oh, you know the Malagasys are very long names. But that is a beautiful try. And that is game over. Madagascar winning by 17 points to 14. What a good game. What a good game there. Madagascar, who looked to me out of this game at 14-12, have just won this game with a last-minute try. And Madagascar win the opening game of the Confederation of African Rugby Tournament here in Machakos.